Hey, good evening, good evening. I'm gonna wait for everybody to come in. What a night, what a night. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I know I really should start scheduling these out, but like I really should start scheduling these lives out because they're like I go live so randomly these days. Woo, because there's just some things that are going on. There's so many things going on right now. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, nurses, aides, what's going on? Good evening. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. Live. Yeah. Good evening. Hey, Jimmy, what's going on? Oh my God, look at all these people coming in. Happy Friday. Hopefully everybody's like doing well in shopping with intentionality and focus and aim. They're just, hey, hello, Helen, what's going on? Hello and happy Friday. Hey, boss lady, what's going on? I know I'm going to come in here to answer a couple questions. I know we get a lot of people asking, how do we get the businesses into the guide and how do you apply to get into the guide? That line is insanely long right now. There is a blue door on our website on the same page as the guide. Black-owned business. I can't remember the name of the business, but I know they're in the buying guide. Like the things that I buy right now are all in the buying guide. Like when I go shopping, I'm hitting a Black-owned business in the buying guide. I built it. I better go shopping there. Like this, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make any sense for me to shop anywhere else. Yeah, like when I get a chance, I love these things. When I get a chance, I will look up the business because I know they're in the buying guide and find out the name of the small business, but it is a small business. They're in the jewelry section. And an app would be great. So we get that question too. Why don't we have this as an app? Apps are expensive. like apps are expensive. Did y'all get that? I think a lot of people think like apps are really inexpensive. They're free and people are like, oh yeah, I did it on my own. Yeah, maintaining that thing takes a lot of people, manpower and time and money. I started my buying guide out when I was like out on disability. I actually started building it out and I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. I wanted to make sure that everybody can access it and I wanted to make it kind of fun and interactive. So that's why I have it as a flip book. I was actually thinking about breaking up the guide into like 80 different books, or actually probably end up being like 100 different books or something like that. So that each category is in and of itself its own book. So that way you can like kind of go through the shelves and tap on. It's an idea. I don't know if people want to scroll through 80 categories, but you're flipping, but you're like dragging a scroll bar. It's something that, me and my team members like kind of talk about. I love your flip book. Thank you so much. So yeah, like I do love the flip book. It's still a lot of work. It still is a lot of work. There's still more categories. We just dropped the sauce category. And I know that there are a lot more Black-owned sauce brands out there. It's just I haven't found them, and I'll just like gradually bump into them over time. Every time I have to sign up every time to see the book. Yes, you do. Yes. Listen, technology. But we do have the and here's my sales pitch. We do have the membership area. We do have a membership area, which allows you to have access to the guide and allows you to come in as a member. And it gives you access to both the coupon book as well as the free buying guide. And the coupon book is just a whole bunch of sales from a whole bunch of Black-owned businesses inside the guide. A lot of the businesses continue their sales week after week or change the percentages of them week after week. So a lot of them are still there for a while. There are a lot of sample sales that are going on. I don't think people quite understand. It's extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult for some of these small businesses to get their products in front of a new audience. So the fact that you guys are so engaged and let me tell you how engaged you guys are. Over 100,000 of you. Listen, over 100,000 of you are highly engaged into shopping with Black-owned businesses, into knowing who is a shady business to shop with. Oh, there's another one that we'll be talking about tonight, and I'll post about them, and then I'll add them into the Ain't No Way section probably next week, but we will be talking about them. There are I think we have, our email list is at over 100, and this is not duplicates, not talking about duplicate emails, over 102,000 emails. We're at 80,400, I believe, is our text message listing. So yeah, we send out a text message campaign. We send out email blasts. And for the businesses who are advertising in their guides, that's who's in those email blasts. That's who's in That's who's in our text message campaign. So one of our, do I have one here? One of my mutuals who's been with me from the beginning, like the very beginning, like in the beginning when I started talking about Black owned businesses, no Black owned business wanted to, like, they're like, oh, who are you? They were like, no, we don't want you talking about our product. And yeah, I was just like, okay. And this is like the very beginning when I started this platform. And I was like, but I have a TV show and I'm put you on TV. Yeah, they didn't care. They didn't care. I'm scrolling through a bunch of comments. But Niger Girl Spice Mix, he's one of the first people. He was like, yeah, sure, go ahead, talk about my product all you want to. So during the TV show, like we used to run like little like Black minute breaks. During the episodes, I was just like, we're gonna take a Black minute break. And I would run like 2 minutes of ads from Black owned businesses for a whole 2 minutes. And for the people who are old enough to remember, like 2 minutes, 2 seconds, be right back at you. The 2 minutes, 2 seconds is really a thing for television, television for the longest time, especially in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, were the commercial breaks were literally 2 minutes and 2 seconds while you're watching television. So for a while, I'm like zipping past a whole bunch of comments because I forgot to scroll. For a while, we, during the last like couple months of me having my TV show, I literally start throwing in Black business breaks. So between the business owners coming in and talking about their products, that little switch over, the 2 minutes and 2 seconds was an ad was like literally back-to-back ads of Black owned businesses. For the businesses that the website are not coming up from their links, they are coming back, or do we engage with them? Well, for the business that the websites are not coming up from their links, are they coming back, or do we engage? So in the Ain't No Way section, there are some of the businesses in the Ain't No Way section have changed their, they roll those around. I would not recommend shopping with anybody in the Ain't No Way section. We really do try to go through a lot of the links to make sure that they're still viable and that they're pretty much still in business. But if there's a link on the website that's broken, please like tag me in something and let me know. I know I get a lot of tags. I know I get there's a lot of message, like a lot of things coming through my inbox. And I was just talking to my team about that. They're like, we are getting a lot. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of difficult to keep up with. But if you see that there's a broken link or something, just reach out to me as best you can, and we'll double check that link to make sure that business is still in business. There are a lot, like, and that's the thing, like sometimes me going through the guide, checking like the different categories, checking the different sections, that's exactly what I'm checking for. I'm checking for broken links. I'm checking to make sure that the businesses are still in business. There are some businesses that just quietly go out of business, and I know it really shouldn't affect me. Like it shouldn't. But it does, because I know how much work it goes into starting a business, especially if you have a product-based business. You've invested a lot of time, you've invested a lot of money, and a lot of the businesses that are in our guide are like a really solid business. Like they have a wonderful product, but in this atmosphere, in this space that we're in, it's really hard to get in front of a new audience to sell your product. And I'm looking at businesses who have been in business like 10 years, 12 years. And this is just, and they all are saying the same thing. Like this is probably one of the hardest times in years that they've had in regard to business. And it's not just the economy. It's not just the attack on DEI. It's all of it combined. It's those two things. It's the scam artist. You get, and this is why I have to put the Ain't No Way section in the guide, because when you as a consumer go shopping and then somebody robs you or steals from you, the likelihood of you being comfortable shopping online again just drops significantly. So I want to actively have this conversation. The website won't let me add pictures of my products. So I don't have you listed in the guide right now. To add your images to our guide, there's an approval process that you have to go through. And I literally go through and look at every single business, and it's exhausting. It's a lot of businesses. I literally look at every single business that comes through the guide. If you have not been approved, you have not received an email from us saying that you've been approved to come into the guide, then there shouldn't be a link for you to upload your content onto our website. Yeah, because me and my team, we really do look at that. We did have a handful of people come through kind of like a back doorway, but we closed that back door. And yeah, we had to quickly close that back door. They came in through the back doorway and they paid for a year membership. We quickly refunded them their money. So yeah, like I just want to make sure that are you ready to become Black Amazing? I think that what I'm doing is it's just different. I don't want to be. Yeah, I'm not Amazon. I am not like Amazon. I don't want to be like Amazon. I have feelings and compassion and ethics, ethics, and I don't want to. I don't want people to think that every single business that comes across our platform will be added into the guide. I'm not that girl either. Some businesses just need a little bit more time. They need a little bit more watering of the roots to grow their business out, to have a brand identity. And this is what we're hoping to see and hoping to watch a lot of businesses grow into. And it's nothing derogatory. It's nothing. It's just it's the growth process of a business, because some people may realize like they're excited about the process of making something, but not the actual process of being a business and selling that product. And selling a product is really difficult. If you're not adept to selling, if you're not a people person, it's going to be really difficult for you to sell a product. And I don't think that my platform is meant to sell products for people. That's not what Shop the Hood's about. The best way to explain what my platform is would be like the biggest supermarket or mall. It's the best way to explain it. It's like an online supermarket. It's an online marketplace. It's a curated listing of Black-owned businesses that I would have no problems with shopping at. And please, like, for people, and I did have someone reach out to me in my comments in the DMs to ask about one of the businesses because she didn't get her product in a timely manner. In the same way we give grace to these multi-billion-dollar businesses, can we give grace to the small businesses as well? Because many of these small businesses are one person or one household. And I'll have to post where I got these earrings from. When I post this live, I'll go through the jewelry section. I know she's probably on one of the last 3 pages in the jewelry section. I just can't remember her name right now, but I'll definitely post it. QVC, yeah. I want people to know that there are some really great businesses out there, but life happens. And for those of you who don't know, yeah, I have a 9-to-5, and my 9-to-5 like kind of messed me up the other day, and I was out for like 3 days. My team didn't know what to do with me. They're just like, we'll just keep things going until she's vertical. Like my body was just not functioning right. And for those who don't know, I have sarcoidosis, and I've been dealing with that since December of 2021. I just recently went back to work January of this year, officially January of this year. And, my body is still trying to work some things out. And even this is a small business. Like Shop the Hood is a small business. We are not a charity. So yeah, there's a free item. Yes. But there's also like the coupon book that helps keep the lights on, that helps me market these businesses. And once we get to 1,000 subscribers, which we're very close, I think we're somewhere around 600 subscribers right now to the coupon book. Like that money goes to marketing, to run ads for the business. Like that's like, it doesn't make sense to me to build this entire platform out and to just quietly either not talk about it or just post about it like as if it's a hobby. That is a disservice to all the businesses that are in the guide. And I just couldn't do that. So this is why there's so much work and effort. And it's I got a small team. It's not a huge team. So for people like, oh, you get a team behind you. Yeah, we're small, but these guys, like they work hard. And we do this because I know it's needed. I know that I'm filling a gap. Would the website form be easier to manage than an app? It's not that would website form be easier to manage than an app? The buying guide, honestly, I think it's cute and entertaining. The app thing is a bit costly, and we have to get to the numbers to make that make sense. To build out a website, it really is like design and editing in that capacity. And every time I think about it, I'm like, so So to build out a website that would make sense to me, to make like, my goal is to direct people to people's websites, because I don't like, I'm not selling, like I'm selling the coupon book. Yeah, to help keep the lights on. But I'm really trying to encourage you to go to these businesses' websites to shop with them, because they're already there. People talking about like, oh, this, we could have like another Black Amazon. Like, honestly, why do I need to, like, I would never create an environment where I have a fulfillment center. I don't think that's completely cost prohibitive, because the cost of shipping is insanity. Like, the cost, listen, okay. Drink Rejuve, I actually do drink this. This gets me through a lot of days. It's an energy booster drink, but I don't even look at the shipping to this thing, because I get a case of 12. I get the apple and the hibiscus, my two favorites. My favorite between the two is the hibiscus. But shipping anything is very expensive. Like, the cost of shipping goes up every 6 months. And when it comes to small businesses, they are their own fulfillment centers. I don't need to add to that. I don't need to add that. So I just want people to go to their website and be aware of their brand, and providing a space where you have pretty much an online magazine of Black-owned businesses. And as you flip the pages, and as you go through the guide now, what you're going to start seeing is videos, because people are, that's my team. That's my team coming in hot. And they're watching because they're taking pictures. As Mr. Thank you, completely different. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Have a good night. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, the like, as you flip through the guide or the magazine, you're going to see pages of videos of Black-owned businesses, because these are the businesses that are advertising inside the guide. And I want to be able to give the small businesses in the guide an easier and much more effective price point to advertise their product, to get them to profitability. It doesn't make sense for me to charge them $1,500, $3,000 to advertise for the course of the year, because marketing is marketing. Marketing isn't sales. It's brand awareness. It's a whole bunch of things, but either your product sells it or you sell the product. I'm not there to sell the product. I'm just here to, like, say, hey, here's some Black-owned businesses that you probably never heard of. So why don't you just take a look and see what they've got? Because if you're going to buy the things that you want to get from them, but somebody else is either stealing their content, or someone else, there's a whole bunch of people stealing content. And that's a video later on tonight. That really is a video later on tonight. I just want to introduce people to these businesses. So a website that has all this broken apart, and I want to have a more engaging, entertaining medium, and I haven't immensely, and I'll have to talk with, like, maybe a graphic designer or my chat GPT about designing a website layout. And it's nothing that I'm going to absolutely say no to, but I'll just say at this moment in time, it's just it's not on the foreseeable future at this moment in time. Like, anything in regard to changing the website probably wouldn't happen until around June. Actually, sorry. September, October. Sorry. Yeah, September, October. Simply because I don't consider March any different than Black History Month. To me, March is Black Women's History Month. It's Women's History Month, but, I don't keep it Black. So March is Black Women's History Month to me. April and May kind of go along. April is actually Sarcoid Month, and the color for Sarcoid Month is purple. So yeah, Sarcoid Awareness Month is April. Also, the second weekend in March is Blue Takeover. It's a day where we encourage as many Black women to support as many Black-owned businesses and show love and solidarity to each other by all wearing the same color, and just go and support a Black-owned business in your community. Shop at a Black-owned bookstore. Wave that flag. Talk about your favorite Black-owned business, because they need you, and we need to show more love to one another, especially in this time and space right now. It's insane. I've been using this recently because I look for hair products. Oh my God, the hair care section, it's wonderful. And I'm shopping that hair care section also too, because I'm looking for another product. Would website form be easier to manage? Is there something to read on how you vet small businesses to be in the guide? The way I vet small businesses to be in the guide is that I look at, I look to see if I can confirm you're a Black-owned business. 2, I look at your length in business and your dedication to your brand. and your brand identity. If I see a whole bunch of dancing videos and you say you sell socks, no, you're not selling socks, you're just dancing. Or we say, let's say you sell plates, and there's a whole bunch of like your grandkids doing a whole bunch of things and you're throwing in a whole bunch of stuff on your feed. That doesn't say dedication to brand or brand identity to me. So you're not really serious about the business or brand. So I look at the seriousness and the level of dedication that you have to your business. And then it really throws me off when people have a website that's not linked to their social media. Like, what is that? Like you create a whole website, you have kind of a social media, but you don't link it to. I think that's really crazy. And I don't know what that's about. I was looking for, there's a nice little hair care section in there. If you're looking for, what is that? And there's a second business that sells, that, Botana oil. So what is it? I think it's melanated. The melanated bar, I think, sells Botana oil now too. Cause they're in there, the melanated, but they're in the skin section. So I may have to like double them up over in the hair care as well. But the melanated bar is there. We've got Beyond Botanics for, if you're looking for the Botana oil. There's a bunch of hair care products. And you've got, Afro Unicorn. Afro Unicorn's got hair care products. I want to say there are about 5 pages of, hair care brand, 5 pages of hair care brands, which is about, what is it? 2, 4, 6 businesses per page. 5, so like at least 30 Black-owned businesses that have hair care products. And is that all of the hair care products in America? No, but that's where we're starting with, and we can easily keep adding businesses on. That's never an issue. Adding businesses into the guide we'll be doing that to the end of time. How may I get a copy of your book? Shopthehood.store. Shopthehood.store is our website, and once you go there, put in your name and your email address. Your phone number is completely optional. Hit that blue button. That'll take you to the guides page. On this side, you'll see the free guide, and then on this side is the coupon book. If you buy the coupon book, that's a monthly subscription of $9.20 a month. That helps keep our lights on and helps us start promoting the businesses in the guide. Because once we get to 1,000, y'all gonna be sick of me. Y'all gonna be like, Shauna was not kidding. No, I'm not. I'm not kidding with this. I'm not joking with this. This is not a game. We have to do something to help protect our dollar as just regular consumers. And for people like myself who want to be a lot more intentional about supporting the Black-owned businesses in our community, let's create a list. Let's start shopping with the businesses that we want to shop with. And somebody had asked me about restaurants. I think there's one restaurant in the right now. There's one restaurant in the buying guide, but I'm telling you right now, y'all do not want me in these streets talking about restaurants, because I'm gonna hurt people's feelings. I'm going to tell you right now, Keith Lee is a wonderful man. He does a wonderful job and he is nice. My face, I can't play poker for a reason. I don't have a poker face. I've never had a poker face. If I don't like something, if I see something that I don't like, I'm like, the fuck? Yeah. And I'm out. I'm out. For the people who know what I'm talking about, there's a business here that I loved for 30 seconds, and then they were shut down on a Thursday. What? And they had to do deep cleaning. What was going on? I can't go back. I can't go back. I'm not that girl. They're like, oh, Shauna, forgive me. I'm not that girl. How do I get the guide? Shopthehood.store. Shopthehood.store. Yeah. It's www.shopthehood.store. It could be like a jingle. Shopthehood.store. 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 Yeah, that's the website. So when people ask, do I have to put my email address and everything? Yeah. If I could figure out a better way so that we can, it is what it is. If I can figure out a better way to retarget you, to remind you, because the algorithm does not, you may not see my videos in your feed for a while, but if I can send you an email about some of the businesses that we just started adding into the guide, oh my God, what is it? Teresa Solves It. Girl, if y'all get to the guide, it's on page 20, because how do I know? I built that page. So Teresa Solves It has this computer thing that you can program, and it's for kids, but I wanted to get it and I bought it. But, you know, I gave it to my niece, my great niece, for Christmas because she's 5. And sometimes I want to play like a 5-year-old, but that thing is super cute. And then Teresa Solves It has a new toy that's coming out that's like an interactive AI black doll. I listen, when I tell you I bought that thing, I bought that thing so fast. I'm like, girl, why are you hiding this thing? Are you hoarding your greatness? Like, what are we talking about? I should everyone I know. Thank you so much, Sassy Shalom. What's going on? Did somebody tell me to stop? What? Listen, don't tell me to stop because I'm just gonna keep on going. I'm saying like comments. I have my notifications on, so I keep saying those. If you need something or somebody to assist you, don't hesitate to say the word. You're helping us, and we want to help you. Thank you guys so much. Honestly, the best way for you guys to help me is just keep sharing the posts that mean something to you. And I really just want to give you guys as much information as possible and give you a lot of awareness of what's really happening on these social media streets. The video that's coming out tonight that'll post, like, I get a lot of engagement when I post around like 1:00 in the morning. And I think that's because I'm East Coast and a lot of people that rock with me are West Coast. But listen, you can be in London. I don't care. I can show up there too. But I just want people to understand that there's just some people who are out here who just do not care how they want to steal the money out of your pocket. And the video that I posted a couple days ago about Chomps, listen, just for people to understand, like, that story ran in 2023. I had been talking about it since January 2023, but that story broke in April of 2023. And several credible locations post about it, and that's, you know, how I found about. Somebody sent that to me. So when a reporter reports on a story and only provides a snippet of information, there was no ambiguity. It made Chomps look like they were just trying to get Black people's money, but it turns out they weren't. Like, and the CEO and I have talked quite at length. We're still texting each other, so he's a really nice guy. He was just like, yeah, the second that the reporter was the one who reached out to him to ask him, did he know he was listed as a Black-owned business? And he was like, no, he had no idea. So what he ended up doing was reaching out to Amazon. They apologized and they removed the banner from his account. It wasn't attached to any product, but it was just really kind of strange. And for me, so when I reported on it, and I had posted about that in 2023, and I'm not kidding. And then I posted about it again like 2 other times. I think I posted about it again like 2 other times, just real shortly. But I had been talking about it in my lives for months because that girl really did send me down a rabbit hole. Like, one of my mutuals came into my comment section, or she made a video and tagged me in it. FUBU forever, baby. She tagged me. She made a video showing me pretty much how easy it would be to shop with Black-owned business using the Amazon filter, and I was just like, is it really this easy? So I used it, and then I started looking like, okay, I check out stationery first because stationery is kind of like the easiest go-to, because if you're selling stationery on Amazon, most likely you have a website. So I start pulling up the information from the businesses. Googled the business, their website popped up, and it wasn't, you know, Michael and Sharon, like one of our cousins. It was like Peggy Sue and Chad. So just like, what the hell's going on? And it wasn't just 1 or 2 businesses, it was a lot. So the only couple businesses that I found that were actually Black owned, and I was like online for like several hours. The only businesses that I found that were actually Black owned were the Black owned games that I could find. And for the businesses I couldn't identify, that they didn't leave an image, they didn't leave a photo of who and how they were, I just kind of left them off to the side and didn't even count them as a quantitative factor. But I was just like, this is really kind of crazy. Like, what were the metrics then? So when I started talking about that in January during my lives, something must be going on because somebody keeps saying stop. I'm like, baby, I'm gonna keep on going. Yeah, I just thought it was kind of really interesting that when this story broke in April of this, like 4 months later, that was actually a thing. I wish you could directly to the section from the content, like jewelry on page 202. I was hoping to just we're working on that. Trust me, you mean when I tell you the environment that I want to create is something as easy as possible, And when I first built this out, it was less than like 200 businesses in that guide, like literally like less than 200 businesses. And now we're like well over 1,000. We keep more categories keep creeping in. People and how we come up with the categories is by customer request. People ask, like, how do you come up with these categories? People ask about them. I had one of my mutuals asked about Black-owned skateboard brands. That's how that section got in, because like Black-owned skateboard brands, they're like a thing. Thank you, Steven. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. Totally appreciate you. $9.20 a month. I love it. Because 92% of us understand the mission. And if we don't, I think this is like an easy way to start helping not only each other, but the businesses in our community. And it doesn't mean that I won't get to restaurants. It's just going to be a slower process. I want to make sure you get a real restaurant. Will I eat at all the restaurants? No. Y'all don't want me out there in these streets talking about restaurants. But I shared it with all my friends and family. Overall, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate you guys sharing my content. I settled on one, and I'll try. Let me know what you think about like what you find. Hey, Shauna, miss your face. Hey, Cheese Boutique girl, what's going on? Yeah, I don't go live as often as I used to. I used to go live every single day on TikTok, every single day. And after I'm done here, I'll swing over to TikTok. I'm not kidding. I used to go live every single day. And for people who know, if you don't know, I have sarcoidosis, and in the early 2022, I had a difficult time walking. I just couldn't walk. I couldn't wear shoes past an hour. So this gave me a relief, a way of talking. Like I can always run my mouth. Yeah. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing the live. Love the earrings. Thank you so much. I will go through the guide and figure out what company I bought this from. And within like 30 minutes, I will, put them in the comment section so you guys can see where I got these from. You can have an eat at your risk. Girl, say that again. Cause listen, like there's some great restaurants out here. It has nothing to do with color. But then there's just some shady places, and the second I see one thing, like I will dip so fast. Like the second I see one thing that's like not like, you do what? Like y'all don't do. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Deuces. Like I'm out. You at your own risk. That is what. And then some businesses like I'm afraid to eat at. Like I am past. Like I'm 52. I am past the stage of just eating anything I see. Like I'm not that girl anymore. What about adding services to the guide as I have CPR business? We do have services. We do have services in the guide. The service section, like, if we have a category where a business is approved and we don't have a full category built out for them, that's where we put them in the emerging business section, because I didn't know what else to call it. So we put it in the emerging business section there, but we absolutely do have a service, service section. The car service, have you turn signal? Have you not looked at turn signal? Girl, like, listen, when those videos, story time. Okay, I got like 20 minutes. So it's 8. I was going to be on for 30, but I'll do a full hour because I've got time. So story time. Several years ago, my mom had a TIA, which is like a mini stroke. And I'm still like kind of not 100%. My body's still janky, but that's my mom. So when I find out what's going on and who caused it, listen, y'all see this a lot. I was not this girl. I'm going to protect my mom. Listen, I hopped on a plane and then at like 5:30 in the morning, and then the plane had a mechanical. Thank you, American Airlines. Had a mechanical, misconnected to my flight. So I ended up going to like Charlotte and then driving. I would like to say I was challenging the speed limits or setting the speed limits. I think I can say that without getting arrested or a ticket. I was challenging the speed limits on those back roads in North Carolina. And let me tell you something. I was not about to get pulled over. If you have not driven through the back roads of North Carolina, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's a whole new shade of gray. I know I have cousins who live in the hills. I know I got cousins who live all throughout North Carolina on both sides of my family. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. You do not want to get stopped in the back roads of North Carolina as the sun's going down. You just don't want to do it. And I literally have, is it on this phone? I know it's on that phone. I literally have something, there it is. Turn signal right there on my phone. Turn signal. Yep. And I literally, like, you just tap it, kicks in, and then it tells you, oh, this one's not signed up, but that one is. Yeah. You just sign up, and as you're getting pulled over, you better tap that button, say I'm getting pulled over. A lawyer comes online. And they will provide you information, and they are constantly recording the entire engagement so that, to help protect you. And when police officers see that you've got a lawyer on the phone, baby, hey, Aisha, what's going on? She goes, I remember when you started. Listen, when I started my TV show, that was in 2022. Like, some people remember way back when. A lot of people who are new or just recently started following me on this account don't know that I had a previous account. Like, this is the second account on Instagram. I had another account that was mass reported. Somebody paid some little small group to mass report my account, and I'm not joking. Somebody came into my DMs. Luckily, I saw it. And honestly, I didn't believe this person when they first came in, but thank you so much for giving me that heads up. And it was at the back end of August of 2024. And they said, just let you know, we saw your name pop up in one of these small little chat rooms, and somebody paid like $300 to have this guy mass report my account. They did. I have screenshots to prove it. And then the guy came back into my DMs, like, laughing. And I'm just like, okay, not a big deal. Like, it's disheartening, but, you know, at the end of the day, you can't stop me. Like, you're not going to stop me. And, man, I sent a long message to Chomps. Listen, do not go harass Chomps. Chomps is a nice guy. Like, they did him dirty over at Chomps, Aaron. So Aaron, 1718, go back and apologize, because Chomps did no dirt. So go back and apologize, because I put up my my updated video. So go back and apologize. No shadiness over there on Maldonado's website. Pete, like, he's a really great guy. I had to say that about the restaurants, yeah. But yeah, they mass reported my account, and I had to start all over again. I literally started all over again from scratch. Like, the thing is, like, September 1st, or like a couple days before September, this is this start all over account. And I was ready to send out a mass email. I was ready to send out a mass email to all the people who had gone in through the buying guide, to let them know that old account is gone. I still have all the videos, because all the videos that I posted here are over on TikTok as well. So it's not like I don't have the videos. And I thought about reposting all of those old videos and keep moving forward. But then I realized, why do all that work? Just start from where I am and just keep moving forward. You're not going to stop me. Oh, wow. My mom had the same. Yeah, sarcoidosis is like a bitch. But what about doctors? So I'm trying to go through the comments and answer as many questions as possible. So what about doctors? The doctor category, I actually was looking for this in the same way that I have farmers listed. There's a farmer directory. I know that someone has a directory of black doctors in the United States. And when I get back to looking that up, something that I would use, I'll post it in the guide. My wife has her own practice. Awesome. Listen, I love good doctors. And because I know I've been through the mill with my medical condition. People don't know a whole bunch of things. Turn Signal is the name of the app. Yes. TURNSIGNL. Just take off the A. Everything else is the same. Turn Signal. Facts about North Carolina. I was stationed at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. Don't. Listen, I don't think people understand those back roads in North Carolina are not to be played with. What about TikTok? I follow you there. At least I hope it's you. So over on TikTok, Over on TikTok, I have 2 accounts, Shop the Hood and Shop the Hood 2. All the other accounts are not me. There's a Shop the Hood with double zeros in the hood set in the hood name. There's a Shop the Hood 14, a Shop the Hood R. Those are not me. And TikTok will not take them down, and I'm not going to pay my lawyer to serve a cease and desist because at this juncture it just doesn't make any sense. But I have mentioned this several times, and I'll post about it again. But I just have my one main account, which is because at one point they were mass reporting my TikTok account. They still are. Some of my content has been removed. So if you're looking for like some videos, you're like, that video used to be here. Yeah, because that people have mass reported certain videos and now those videos are gone. I still have them on my drive, but it doesn't, like, I'm not trying to go backwards to keep moving forward. So I can't hold on to that past. So, hey, hey Maurice, what's going on? Trying to keep up with, like, I will unfollow immediately. Thank you. Yeah. And then, like, so one of the accounts is actually, hey, it's a Harry thing. What's going on? One of the accounts is actually reaching out to people in the DMs. And my question is, what are they asking? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, what are they asking about? Because TikTok, hey, Melanin Fleece Tights, girl, what's going on? Listen, we got to go live, Melanin Fleece Tights. I gotta steal you one day because it's chilly outside and I still got your tights and I wear them a lot. Somebody over on the TikTok side has like copied my account and I want to know what they're doing, but I also don't want them to use my face, if that makes sense. And in the craziest way, like they're helping the small business because they're getting, like, at one point they were getting better engagement than I was because TikTok was suppressing my content. Now that TikTok is back in the App Store, I guess we're gonna have to I guess we're good for 30 seconds, but TikTok was acting funky with me. So listen, if somebody else wants to repost my content, and that's what TikTok is saying, like, because they're not causing any harm, they're not like doing anything egregious with my content, that they're not going to take it down. But when my lawyer throws up a cease and desist, I don't want to spend like $1,000 to serve a cease and desist when that $1,000 can go to run an ad for the Black-owned businesses in the guide. But yeah, non-Netflix Tights, girl, you got my phone number. Call me. Like, we can pick a day. I'm off like for the next like 7 days or so. I don't go back to work until the 28th. I hope they listen, girl. It's a hair thing. If they go in your DMs, they went into my mom's DMs. I was just like, mommy, block them now. Like, and that's like, when you mess with my mom, I'm just like I could go to jail. Like, I gotta remind myself somebody's gotta have bail money, and I'm typically the bank. So yeah, hey, you guys should create a show for my channel, Culture Flicks. It's on Roku and Amazon Fire Stick and some mobile devices. Okay, we could listen. I did the TV show thing. That's how this whole platform started, as a TV show, Shop the Hood TV show, and having a TV show like on the streaming network is extremely difficult. Like I applaud all the people who have streaming channels and networks and everything. It's wonderful. People are just everywhere. Hey, got it, Petty. Listen, girl, silent but petty. So if anybody wants to know where I get these shirts from, God ain't petty, but I am. So this is my silent but petty sweatshirt, my hoodie. I love this. Thank you, Just Enough to Turn Signal. They are amazing. And the guy who started up is a Black lawyer. He did freak out a little bit when I made one video. Totally understandable. But but it did, like, it hit some numbers. But I'll be making some more content for them, and it's a wonderful product. It's a wonderful product. And just just to let people know, the videos that I make are just my entertainment. Like when people buy into paying for ad space, they're not necessarily paying for me to talk about their products. They're paying for ad space in the guide. But I know that, like, it's a lot of the businesses that I create content for. Jen is like, I see it. A lot of the businesses I create content for, when I wear their merch, it's because I wear this every day. Like my team, they're just like, I love your sweatshirts. Like, I want to get one of those. And yeah, baby, go get it. God ain't petty, but I am. Yeah, I show up to my team meetings with like a petty hoodie on. Yeah. But I want people to understand, like, it's just me having fun, because it's just, and me having fun, me sharing information, and me giving you like best options. It doesn't make sense to me. Somebody went, now I'm trying to storyboard this idea of a video. Somebody came into one of my mutuals. I'm sorry, I'm reading something. Somebody came into one of my mutuals comment section talking about, somebody came into a business that I like, that I love, Drink Rejuve, all natural. It's like the healthiest Gatorade that you can ever possibly have. Love this stuff. And they were just like, they couldn't believe that she's charging as much as she's charging. Bitch, do you know how much shipping costs these days? What the fuck? And this is the same for the people who complained about when Coco Asante was charging like $15 or $20 for shipping when she was blowing up because, what's his name? The guy who talks about food all the time. When he was holding up her product and talking about her chocolates, she had to start paying, like, it's not just the product that you're paying for the weight of of everything that's in that box. So when she had to put a chocolate bar in a box and pack it with dry ice, yes, you're paying for that packet of dry ice. You're paying for the weight of that pack. You're paying for the weight of the box. You're paying for the weight of the chocolates. You're paying for the chocolates. You're paying for the man hours. That all adds up. And for people who don't understand that, then don't ever get into a business, and then don't tell somebody how to run their business. Are there people out here who are scamming? Yes, there are. But are there people who are legitimately like having to say, like, we can't eat these costs? A small business cannot eat the cost of shipping. So when they create a product like a juice or something of weight, all of that, like, notice how you don't get clothes in boxes anymore. They're like in plastic wrap. Why? Because it weighs less. And the lighter you can make it, the cheaper it is for you, the business, which makes it cheaper for the customer. Somebody asked me why we don't ship like Amazon. We're not Amazon. Thank you for coming to my petty talk. Yeah, we're not Amazon. Listen, if you want me to be Amazon, Amazon can steal your idea. That's kind of in their terms and conditions, allegedly. But like, allegedly, if you have some kind of serious conversation with Amazon, allegedly they can take that idea and like use it as their own. Allegedly. I gotta keep using that because, listen, I have insurance. I have business insurance. I don't want to activate my business insurance. I don't want to activate my legal fees because, like, legal fees are a lot. God Ain't Petty But I Am actually is her website. God Ain't Petty But I Am. Love her stuff. And Jen is amazing. And I wish you would hurry up and give me her content so I can create a whole ad for her, a whole ad page in the guide. She gets a whole page. And the guide is constantly changing. Me and my team, we kind of fight over like the things of what's going to be in the guide and how the guide's going to look. And for people who were asking, like, is the guide going to change? Of course the guide's going to change. Is it going to change anytime soon? No, we don't have time for that right now because there's just too many. If I could pull something off, and that is a serious if, I would still need like 6 months to build that out. So the earliest I could change something would be probably October, to roll out something new, because August is Black Business Month, and and then September, it's a lot. There's just a lot of things that are going on. We have shipped all orders placed Saturday and earlier. My team is rocking. Listen, like, and that's the thing, like, you're paying for a team, you're paying for all these people. Like, Amazon is a beast, and a lot of the people that are on Amazon, or a lot of the sellers on Amazon, aren't even in the country. Like, a lot of them are drop shippers. A lot of them are that you've got people scamming on Amazon the same way you got people scamming on every social media platform, and that is their 9-to-5 job, to scam you out of your money. And my position is that, how about we just talk about the businesses to never shop with? Let's talk about this one business to never shop with, and let me give you 18 other options to choose from. And the options over on these side of the streets is going to be on these side of the streets. Yeah, so it is what it is. Oh yeah, it pays for rent too. But I just want people to know that, yes, I'm still here. I'm still alive. And in regard to Chomps, listen, go back and apologize to him. And if he went into his comment section and said something nasty or sideways, no, Chomps did not do anything wrong. The reporter cut down his like lengthy conversation to like 4 or 5 words, saying that they didn't see any rape, but it was in regard to something else altogether. It wasn't completely directly related to the Black business moniker, from what I understand from the conversation that we had. Even if it, like, I think it was like kind of associated, but it wasn't directly associated with that. And they were just like, I don't think we even, yeah. But they didn't know that that Amazon had bestowed the Black-owned business certification to their account. You're welcome. You're welcome. I think that we all have to be each other's keepers and share as much information as possible. Some things can be free. Some things need to come as a subscription, like my coupon book. So please go buy this coupon book. It's $9.20. And when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I am going to go balls to the wall crazy. Like, y'all don't know. And yes, like I do charge the small businesses a fee that is absolutely reasonable and allows them to get to profitability as quickly as possible. Because with over 100,000 people in our email list, 80,000 plus people in our text message list, somebody buying something. Like, I didn't even talk. Oh my God. I didn't even talk. I thought I had one here and I don't. I didn't even talk about the Niger Girls, the free samples at Niger Girls Spice Mix. I just sent out the email blast, and he was just like, what did you do? I was just like, I'm literally just trying to have lunch, and I'm having lunch with 2 phones, still working through my lunch. And he was just like, what did you do? And I was just, wait, what did I do? Because I'm getting a whole bunch of orders in for my free samples. And I'm like, we sent out the email blast. And everybody knows that, every business owner knows, like, the email blast is one thing, but it's all about that open rate. So, we're still going to look at that. But I said, I sent out the email blast. And that email blast talks about you having free samples. And all they have to do is click and put in their address and say if they want hot or mild. And you're going to ship that to them. Everybody wants something for free. I want something for free. You don't have to pay for shit. That's why there's the section that he's in is the kind of free section. The 2 other businesses in there will offer you a free sample, but they ask you to pay for shipping, which to me is normal. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, listen, I'm going to send, like, you to tell somebody something's free. And I'm like, I hope you're ready for, like, a lot of my people who rock with me are engaged. Like, and I say something's free and good. Yes. Like, people will show all the way up. So he's giving away these, those little seasoning packets. He's going to give you 2 for free. At one point he was giving away like 4 or 5. So listen, we're in a recession, but he's still handing out those samples and they're completely free. So if you go to the kind of free section, or I really don't want you to go to his DMs. Like, but you can go to Niger Girl Spice Mix, and I'll tag him in this video at the end of this live. I'll tag him at the end of this, but you can get the free samples. Yeah, free. See, you and I are on the same page. Free samples, and I'm trying to find. I thought I had one here with me because I was just like, let me show people what this looks like. Oh, that's real money. Just like, because I had a sample packet here at one point, and I was just like, yeah, it's like this size, but it's those seasoning packets that are like, they're like this size. I'm not going to pull my driver's license because I have my driver's license on me. They're just like, there's those little packets. They're like that big, and he's giving them away for free, and he's paying for the shipping. I'm like, I said, and here's my thought process to this, because I think about the numbers of it all. I said, let's say you get bogged down with like 10,000 people asking for free samples. What would you do? And he was just like, I just had to fulfill them. I said, yeah, but you're going to have to fulfill them in like a sensible manner. Like, do you know how much it is? Like the cost that he's like, it's just a stamp. Yeah, but that stamp times 10,000 does add up. Like, I think differently. I think everything has to make sense, and I know that you can give away something for free, but there has to be a balance. And the business, like the mind, is always minding about the numbers. Like the numbers have to make it make sense to me. And so, but he wants to do it, and he wants me to post about it. So I'll post about it. I sent it out in an email blast. And I think like the way the email blast works is it sends it out in waves. So it's going to wave until it hits all 100. And I think we're at like 102,000 people. The text message campaign goes out in like 30 seconds, and that's 80,000 people plus. Yeah, like you could get like a good number of people asking for free samples. So if you go in the buying guide, he's in the kind of free section. He is the first person in that kind of free section. And yeah, he's the first business in that kind of free section. You can get your free samples over at Nice Your Girl Spice Mix. I like the hot. Like, and I'm just going to tell you right now. Sorry. I like the mild because Nice Your Girl Spice Mix is African hot. If you are not used to African hot, go with the mild. Just trust me. Just trust me. If you are African or from the islands or used to that type of heat, then go for the hot. And then he's got mild and hot for the samples. But if you buy the full container of his seasoning, he's got zesty, which isn't spicy at all. He's got the mild, the hot, and then the extra hot. I am not even encroaching upon the extra hot. I could barely do hot when I first bought it. I was just like, oh, let me just get the hot. Yeah, I was an idiot. Just get listen, I'm good with, because I do travel for work, I'm good with getting I would love to get from him like a bag of those like packets. Cause that way, like I can, when I'm someplace that my coworkers take me to dinner and the food's bland as fuck, I can just take that and just, cause I've done that on more than one occasion. Yeah, it is what it is. African has it is a whole different level of heat. I don't think people quite understand how much heat that is. Somebody asked me a question, then took it back. But on that note, I am going to go and end this live, and I'm going to immediately look up where I got these earrings, and I will put that in the comment section. Also, I will also tag Nice Girl Spice Mix in this. But yeah, make sure you know who you're shopping with. A little bit later on tonight, probably around 1 o'clock in the morning, I will post that next video about the shady business who actually took a video from a small business here on Instagram, and they're running it as an ad on TikTok. That is very common. Very, very common. And the same thing, it happens here also. You've got a lot of businesses here who steal content from TikTok and run it as ads here on Instagram, or they'll steal it from Facebook. They'll steal it from YouTube. They'll steal it from anywhere. And now they don't even have to steal it. They can just create an AI video. AI is thoroughly convincing. That's why I was just like, for Melanista, listen, if the CEO of Melanista ends up being a Black woman and that's really her husband and her kids, and she wants to come out just like Pete Maldonado did and be like, no, I'm a real person and we didn't do X, Y, and Z, then fabulous. I would love to have that conversation. But until that moment happens, I'm thinking that Melanista About Us is AI, because it keeps coming back as an AI generated image. So if you really don't know the person that you're shopping with is a Black owned business, and you keep thinking that they're a Black owned business because their About Us photo shows a Black person and everybody in their feed is a Black person, just because everybody in someone's feed is Black doesn't mean that they're not a Black owned business, or they are a Black owned business. They can just be using Black people. I got a couple names for that. I got several names that'll pop up for that one. But yeah, I'm putting more of my face in my ads to say, yeah, I think in this day and age right now, people want to see the owner of the business. They want to hear your story. It is completely a transactional thing. Like, people want to get to know who you are and feel like they're a part of your family, and that they're, Ohana, it's one of those things. But, we family. she's a doucher. Oh my God. But not that one. It's, let's see. So this is for essentials, and there's a company that stole her content. And now, why am I having a brain fart? There's a company that stole her content and ran it as ads for months and didn't even ship out products. Did the picture behind you come from NaviRobbins.net? Yes, it did. I got it pre-framed. I love this image. Yes, I have it pre-framed. And maybe in a couple weeks, I'll change it out to another Black artist, so I can like rotate Black artists. Yeah. Yeah, it makes it more personal. Yeah, it does make it more personal. Like how would this be like if I talked about Black owned businesses, but you never saw me and all you heard was my voice? I mean, and in some moments I'm like, I do not sound Black. And then I slap myself and I say, Shauna, there's no such thing as sounding Black. You're just Black. And whatever you sound like, you sound like. Ta-da. Black people speak more languages than any other culture on the planet. There are more African dialects. Yeah, we speak a lot of languages. So there's no such thing as sounding Black. So, but still, I'm going to get in front of my camera. I want people to know who I am. Thank you. I wanted to make sure that was the correct site. Yes, NaviRobbins.net. He's also in their buying guide. You can see a full page of his ad as well. Melanin Full. Oh yeah, that's the for shit site. Melanin Full is in our Ain't No Way section. Yeah. The company Melanin Full on Facebook, it says Afrocentric apparel inspired by Black culture, which is a Chinese. Yeah. I think at some point they hired someone to partner with them to say it was Black owned. But I'm not a Melanin Full kind of girl. No. They were careful not to say Black owned. Yes, they were very careful not to say. They danced around everything possible to not say that they were Black owned. But they have a whole bunch of Black people in their feed. That's all they show is Black people. So they get Black people to make them richer with very, very Black, pro-Black clothing, which I find it to be a complete slap in the face. I find that to be a complete slap in the face. So somebody had made a comment a while ago saying, like, would you buy Asian apparel or Asian motif from a Black-owned business? And many Asian people said, no, why would I do that? Well, why should we buy very Afro-centered, very Black-centered clothing or apparel from an Asian store? To me, it just doesn't make sense. And I'm not trying to be biased. It is what it is. That's how I feel. And people like, oh, well, you can get stuff instead from Walmart and Target. And I could, but I'm not. Yeah. But on that note, I'm going to swing over to the TikTok land and show them some love. It's been forever since I've gone live, and I know. What store is this? Oh, that was Melanin Full. It's a website, Melanin Full. So yeah, anything that's Afrocentric, I need to have it touch a Black hand and not the sales clerk. not just the sales clerk. I want it to touch a Black-owned business. And not everybody's going to think this the way I do, and it's okay. And I'm not like an extremist. I swear I'm just somewhere in the center. Well, I'm in the center, where most people are. But you guys have a great night. Stay tuned for more content, more information, more Black-owned businesses, more sales. I think for the next several days, for those people who sign up for the membership, just keep going back to the coupon book, because there's a whole bunch of sales that we're adding in. I know that Mess in a Bottle is having a sale, 20% off, because she's been in business for 9 years. There's just a bunch of businesses having sales right now. It's the end of Black Business Month, Black History Month, and there are just a lot of Black-owned businesses having wonderful sales. So keep going back to that coupon book. You can check it like every couple days. I update it more often. Like, I know we say that we update it like once a week. Sometimes I update it more than that. So yeah, sometimes I get a little extra. A little excited, and I just throw some stuff in there. But have a great night. I'm going to run over to the TikTok land, and I will see you guys in the comments and in the posts. All right? Bye. You guys are awesome.